Hello everyone, bit of a delayed start today. Just getting things set up. Making sure everyone's working. Okay, so everything's working. Okay. I don't know if anyone's here. If you are, please join the portal, sign in, and get your collaboration, group collaboration, no, it's group coaching button. So today we are going to learn about today we're just going to swing the bat all the way around and just and get going with making sure everything in our website works. So we're in the Ramsey Coach, you know, that little thing. And we're going to start Claude in one window and go to our testing window in the next. And of course, how we do that is npm run dev. And to do this, by the way, you don't have to type this in. You can simply press up on your control key until you find the right command. So I'll give you kind of like a demonstration of this. So I can press up, 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 and it'll go through all the different commands that I last put in. So if you lost like a command that you had before, or you don't remember like the npm run dev command, you just press up on your control pad and you'll probably find it. So here's our website. Most of this stuff is good. Most of this stuff works. We go to our contact page. Right, we had our Airtable working. I'm just going to open up Airtable right now really quick. We go into Ramsey Coach. You know, these are all our bases. So we have contacts. This worked, if you recall. Let's get rid of these. Delete. So you right click, we can delete those. We can even delete these actually. Let's delete that. Delete, those are just testing data. Let's go and get our book consultations working. So we have this, and we have this, but we don't have any dates. So we need to get that going, and we will. So what I'm going to do is just create an initial, some initial blocks of time. Or no, what am I doing? I gotta create I have to make sure, okay, I have to do a natural language prompt. Let's get the booking functionality working. I need time slots. What are we going to do? Hour-long time slots? Let's just do hour-long time slots. Hour-long time slots in the book for selection when a client wants to book a free consultation with me. Clicks in book free, right? That's our book your free consultation. Okay, book your. You probably don't have to be this specific with Claude. Claude pretty much understands what you're talking about, but for demonstration purposes, I'll just make sure that this is correct. Make sure all the context select a day and the hour time slots should pop up. Let's see. Still available should pop up. Let's see. These time slots should be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if there's a geographical location detector, convert the time zones to the user's location and convert that time zone to EST mine when they book. Let's see. Back. Let's see. Convert that time zone back to EST when the when that data is given to Airtable. The table name for within Airtable will be, let's name it something like consultations. Oh, it should be the same as the environment variables. So I actually thought about this. I'm going to leave the environment variables section open because I think that would just make for a smoother learning experience. And these environment variables are not, like, this website is not that complicated, so it's fine if you see these environment variables, and I can just roll them over, reset the tokens, and do everything. So these are the environment variables. So we got contacts, free consultations. So that should match up with what is in, what the name of the table. Golly, I couldn't spit that out. Okay. Free consultations. Okay, those need to match up. Just to make sure they do. Good. Free consultations as given in the .local file. And by the way, I will also give Claude permissions to read and write these kinds of things. I should probably put a nice Claude settings in here. I think there's probably a good file for, or like a good idea for what Claude settings should be in here for optimal development. I'll have to look that up and see those settings. But for now, just wait, hold on. I just did the. Okay, that's right. I took that hotkey off. Okay, I was just making sure my my video player was still around. Okay. Okay. So this is. Yeah, let's do that. It hasn't saved, so I don't know if it'll be able to do that. But let's see. Is there anything else that needs to be specified? 1 hour time slots, 9 to 5, right? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Let's do default EST time zone. And if there's a geographical GPS system, convert the time zones to the user's location, to the client's location, maybe. Client's location. In display. Now it doesn't really have to do it in display, right? I should probably actually put, maybe I should put client's time zone in there. And also specify EST. For Airtable specificity. Okay, so just like in contacts, we had to make sure all of these worked. Free consultations the same way, so this one, I'm just going to make sure that the time zones work. I'm not going to worry about the name and stuff yet. I just want to make sure the time works. So we're going to do edit. I'm going to do date first, actually. So date, format. Yeah, format's fine. Oh, you can also include time. Okay. I actually didn't know that. Use the same time zone. $12-hour. See, this is where it could get tricky because I don't know the exact format, how it's going to be. Default. display the time zone. Yeah, time zone. Use the same time zone. I don't really know if we have to do this. Because our code will know to convert the EST. So this is definitely where it could get a little bit hairy. But as long as you specify with Claude the only field in that table right now is date. Should I name it date and time? Date and time. Let's do that. Date and time. So we rename to date and time. And we save. Okay. Let's see, you're going to want to specify the date format being, /01/2024. Let's do that. I think that's right. That's the format. 11/18/2025. Time format. 12-hour time format. 7:20 a.m. Okay. Is it AM? Is it capitalized? Can't remember. No, it's just, okay, so it's even closer. So it's not capitalized. Okay, I think that should make sense. Let's see if Claude can do that. This might be a little bit more tricky just because Claude will probably try to do like the time zone conversion. I should probably like cancel time zone conversion for right now actually. Yeah, forget the time zone converge for right now actually. Just on making sure the booking works and displaying the available time slots. Time zone conversion can be worked on later. Okay, that should be a little bit easier. Less complicated for right now. It's not to say that you can't have any complications, but for learning purposes, for teaching purposes, just to make it totally clean, I think it's better this way. Okay, generate business hours. Oh, it said 8 to 5. That's why it's changing that. That's all right. We'll approve all these changes. I think it should be good. Oops. Yeah, don't do that. Make sure this is clicked in here, in this little window, not in here. I added a 1 up there. That would have been weird. Don't do that. While, actually, I am gonna push 2 and see kind of what it does. I am gonna do this. You shouldn't do this. Don't press 2. Don't press allow edits. But I'm gonna do this for training purposes, because I actually want to, go over the different interface elements while we're doing this. So I also wanted to give everyone kind of like a reference for different interface elements, and I keep forgetting to send everyone the materials that I have, and I'll make sure to do that so that you have some of that stuff. But for right now, I am going to just go over a few of these interface elements, and I'm going to download this image. Okay. Now that could be better. Let's see. Go with 100. I think this is like maybe too thin. Yeah. It's like there's like these tabs. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is a good generated image. That's okay. Well, I'll just go over these. So this is your, I don't even know what this is actually. Is that that's not the title. But these are navigation links. Like this is also a navigation link. These are navigation links. This is obviously your, your hero section here. Buttons, contact form is in there, right in here. Another button. So this is a modal right here. You could also call this a window, I guess, but it's good to know like what these things are, so that you can, you can tell Claude what to do. Let me just make sure Claude's, yeah, it's still working. So yeah, you could probably call this a modal. Oh yeah, I forgot it's like, it's in this funny little Latin or whatever. But yeah, that's a modal, but you can call it like a window or just some other display. Claude will know what you're talking about. These are sections, so this is your first section. Second section. Obviously your testimonials. Left and right buttons here. Navigation buttons. there's not really like a ton of detail. Like this doesn't give you. Okay, so this talks about your root folder, drop down button, combo box. If anybody didn't know what that was, grid. This is your calendar, obviously. List box. Group control. Tabs. Yeah, this is kind of a goofy. This is a goofy generated image. Some of these images, I'm generating these images from this free AI thing, and some of these images are like, they're okay, but I think when you have a bunch of stuff in a single image, it kind of duplicates it. But so yeah, I know there's an error. This is your error counter. Okay, so it's building. Let's see if it got it right. Still no available time zones. You know, I wonder if it should be creating the available time slots as a default and then having them grayed out or unavailable as they're selected. Initially I thought I need to create a bunch of time slots in here that are available, but no, that would be ridiculous. You want to have the defaults being, you know, the available time slots and then having them filled in as they are selected. Yeah, it's early. I'm not thinking rationally, but we'll get through it. Which I forgot to say, this is your header. Yeah, your heading is different from your header. I always get those two confused. So your header and your footer right here, right? And the way you can remember that is that there is a heading, right? But there's not a footing. Okay? Like, this is a heading. There's no footing for that. But there is a header and a footer. And they kind of look the same. Like header and footer, it's like the same thing, except it's one's on top and one's on the bottom. So that's one way that you can remember that. And it's good to know what these things are so you can tell Claude what to do, where it's doing it. Another thing to do is, like, let's say this is like the main page, right? The main or the home page. And then if you go to a different page like contacts, you can just copy / whatever page you're in and say, in this page, do whatever. So that way it creates a nice. Okay, so it should be working now. Okay, good, the navigation works. There are still no time slots available. I wonder if I have to. I wonder if I have to kill this and then redo it. So in order to kill this, If you try to like get out of this thing and like try to type other commands, it won't work. You're currently in like test mode. So in order to get out of this, you don't have to do this. You can also just do this, kill, delete. That's what I used to do. You click that little garbage can button there, right? But you can also just do Control C, and it'll create a whole new thing. And now this window is dead. And then you just go back into it. I don't know if Claude did the right thing here. I really don't know. Okay, it says please set Airtable API token and next public Airtable. Do I have the right Airtable? Yeah, it should be. It should be this. Should be the right stuff. Consultations. Let's see. Is this working? Okay. I gotta get better at checking my comments. So, or the chat. So if you are trying to chat with me, I'm watching now. Yesterday I didn't look at it at all. Oh yeah, so this need to add those two. Yeah, so been denied. So commit and push the changes. I deleted the settings which denies your permissions for reading, writing, etc. the environment local. I have the variables in place, but to verify once changes are committed, pushed. So it is always tricky, like making sure this stuff works, especially with this Airtable thing. Let me make sure it's said to do something. Records, read, write, read. I think we have that. We should have those permissions set up. I'm wondering, I'm thinking Claude is probably doing like the opposite. of what it should be doing, which is it should be just putting the availability. It's trying to like grab availability from Airtable. I wouldn't think that's what it would do, but like it should, as a default, be displaying, you know, hours 9 through 5. And then starting another test window. It's doing some tests. Yeah. Still not working. I'm just gonna push 2. Allow it to do these commands quickly. It's doing all these tests. Okay, found the issue. Connection is working, but there's a field name mismatch. The error says date booked. Field in your Airtable. Okay. Code is looking for these field names. Date book, time slot start, time slot end, date and time. Airtable field names are case sensitive. Okay, so now we have to match all of these. Date booked, time slot, date and time. I guess that's redundant, right? Date booked. I guess we should probably do time slot end. Time slot start, time slot end. Yeah, I think that might be cleaner if you do time slot start, time slot end. It might be cleaner. I don't really know though. I guess if you're gonna have different time slots, then sure. You know what? I'm just gonna say, the only field is date and time, right? Date and time. This should be enough for now. The default time slots should be hour long time slots from 9 to 5, and each, let's see, if there are taken slots, those slots should be unavailable. The default should be that all time slots are available. Let's see, from 9 to 5. Remove the other code for the other times, the other fields. Field detections. So I know it's probably not going to like it. It's going to be like, what? That's not good logic. What if you have a different time that's picked and all that stuff? It's like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to do it this way because it's simpler. So it should. If times. Yeah, so it's removing all these. You can always add those later. Now the other thing is these are cards. These are like components, card components. And you'll notice they're all looking the same, right? This is a good thing to know. Components in a user interface can be reused. So, this has like this little thing. You can just say create a component that is in this template format and then put them across. They're really good for creating, well, I mean, they're good for booking like time slot displays, because the time slots will all look the same, and they'll just be created. I don't think I need a different thing. So okay, so let's see. Add these optional fields. So less is more sometimes in this. Credentials are not configured. And this is the unknown field name, date and time. I thought that was the one. Date and time. Okay, they all have to be. Let's make sure they're in here correctly. Date and time. Looks like they're the same. Date and time. Oh, I wonder if that's the one. Date and time. I don't know. Might be. Let's paste all of it. See what it's doing here. So that's the nice thing. You can just copy and paste your errors in there. Yeah, it's weird because I told Claude it should be date and time in that exact format. Should be working. I don't know. This is going to be something you have to deal with. Now, I do have... Oh, it's set to contacts. Your environment variable is set to contacts. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, I think it messed those up. Airtable contacts table is contacts. I think it must have like messed that up. Okay. Why can't he read the environment's local file? Airtable consultations. Airtable consultations equals free consultations. Okay. Or if that line doesn't exist, just add it. Option 2. Yeah, so sometimes it'll make things mismatched, and it's like, this is the thing that, yeah, it's just always gets messed up. Oh, this is my consultations. Free consultations. Oh yeah, hold on. Consultations table. There's 2 free consultations tables. Yeah, I don't think I need both of those. Consultations versus free consultations. I guess I will eventually need that. Control Z. Free consultations. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I guess for now I'll just delete this. Yeah. I'll just delete that one. Okay. This should be the contacts table, though. Where's the contacts? Testimonials. Availability table. Yeah, I think I should have put just availability. I screwed it all up. I screwed this whole thing up. Let's see. This is so messy. This is already so messy. I should have just created one thing at a time. So it should have probably been availability. Because now the contacts is gone. Testimonials. Okay. Kill. Does this even work now? I'm pretty sure like the contacts form won't work anymore though. No, it's still not working. Not credentials or not configured. I like totally screwed this whole thing up though. It's my fault. That should be, yeah, you should add these one at a time. Yeah, definitely should. Availability. Yeah, actually, okay, hold on. So availability should be there. Availability is what's you know, that should be one table. That should be this table. Yeah, I don't know why Claude still can't do. I could just give Claude like these too. So what I'll do actually is consultations. No, I'm still screwing it up. I'm like too tired. So this should be contacts and availability. Okay, that's it. Contacts. I don't have contacts yet. Airtable. Contacts. consultations. We can add that later. I just want free consult. No. This should be contacts. There we go. This is the format. Please match code. Availability should correspond to the time slots that are taken. But if no data is in the Airtable table, availability, the default time slots should show 9 a.m., 10 a.m., etc. through 5 p.m. The contacts be working, but change I'm just gonna do this. It's already 8 o'clock. Spent a long time trying to figure that out. Oh man. And the alarm went off. What a bug. I kind of wish I could make this work. Let me just do this. I'm going to go over time, but I don't care. It's now making a test. It's really kind of running slow here. Probably have too many processes going. Okay. Does it work now? No. Ah, man, come on. Oh, it might not be done. Oh man, this is like the headache of Airtable. This would be a good time to say you can buy something that makes this all easier. So there's a mastery architecture toolkit that you can buy if you want, and that will actually make all of this stuff go away. 8 hourly time slots. Yeah, this should have worked. Yeah, I don't know. We just spent an hour like doing nothing. Okay, well, it's way past. It's 8:04. Thank you for everyone who showed up. I should like put out warnings for if these days are just a waste of time. I think this is just kind of a waste of time. Ah, man. All right. Well, thank you for everyone who tuned in. Let me check to see, actually, did anybody tune in from any of the studios? I don't think so. Let me check to see, actually, did anybody tune in? Okay, I think that's it. I think that's done. I don't think anybody, hopefully nobody was tuning into this one. This was a bad one. All right, I'll just